Disability Show live. Now, before we get started, I am happy to announce the winner of this year's March Madness tournament is Kilimanjaro Safari. That's right, which means for the next year, there's going to be a new outro for all my episodes of the show and on location tip vids and or what just happened and whatever else I might come up with during the next year. But anyway, now on with the show. And it's a big one. Now, this week I want to talk about rope drop tips. So, the mornings at the park can get hectic, especially now with spring break. So if you plan a rope drop, you got to do it right. So it is a good idea to plan your rope drop of, of itinerary in advance. Here's what we do. Let's say while you're at the Magic Kingdom. While everyone else is at the e-ticket rides, Space Mountain, Mine Train, all the big boys, we go to the smaller attractions first. So Speedway, Dumbo, and the Barnstormer. We're going to talk about Barnstormer in a little bit in Diz or Dat. Uh, that way, when you get to the big rides, they should have smaller wait times. So, when you rope drop, start small, then work your way up. So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, Easter is tomorrow, and Disney does make it big for Easter. So this week, we're going to cover my top 5 Easter things at Disney. Number 5, sometimes they'll do a small church service at the Contemporary. I know they did it one time. I'm not sure if they still do it again. I remember when Shades of Green, which is the military resort that we sometimes stay at, when their gazebo was facing the other direction, if you know what I'm talking about, they used to have a huge church service and even egg hunts for the kids, which was awesome. Number 4, my buddies, the Dapper Dans, in their Easter outfits. So during the springtime, or I think until after Easter is over, they will wear their pink and blue outfits, which I think is awesome because they have their regular outfits and then their fall and their Christmas outfits, and I think it's cool that they have spring outfits too. It's awesome. And of course they have their patriotic outfits. It's the dance. You never know with their wardrobe. Number 3, the Azalea Trail Maze. So I heard a little rumor that the Azalea Trail Maze will be coming back this year. And I think that little rumor is, and I hope that little rumor is true. Because they are a huge part of Easter at Disney. And when you go to the park gate and you see them in front of the train station and on Main Street, you can't help but stop and take pictures. Because they're beautiful. Number 2, the Easter eggs at the hotels. So, as you all probably know, at the various Disney hotels, there at the Contemporary, Grand Floridian, and the Yacht and Beach Club, they have Easter eggs that the hotel baking staff made themed to their favorite movies and attractions, and even some obscure movies this year, like James and the Giant Peach and Emperor's New Groove. And I think there was one themed to Atlantis. I can't remember. But yeah, the kitchen staff goes all out with their Easter eggs, which is awesome. I mean, I you gotta give props to the Disney baking team for that. And my number one Easter thing at Disney, the Easter pre-parade. So, an Easter Sunday exclusive. They will do right before the Festival of Fantasy parade at Magic Kingdom. They have an amazing Easter pre-parade led by Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny. And, and hopefully the Azalea Trail Maze, as previously said, and also an appearance by every single rabbit that Disney has, except for Oswald. So it's gonna be Thumper and his mom, Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh, um, Judy Hopps. Trying to remember what other rabbits Disney has. Thank you for that. Thank you for those confetti things. But yeah, I'm and it's a really cute thing. It really leads up to Festival of Fantasy. It, well, my buddy Mike. Good to see you, my man. So anyway, let me know in the chat in the comments if you have been to Disney at Easter, and if so, what's your favorite part? And now it is time for Diz or Dat. Now on both coasts, you will find a cute kiddie coaster. At Disneyland, it's Chippendale's Gadget Coaster, formerly known as Gadget's Go Coaster, which was built by Gadget Hack Wrench, the mouse chick from Chippendale's Rescue Rangers, and it's very cute. It's a fun ride in Toontown. And at the Magic Kingdom, it's the Barnstormer, where you ride the Great Goofini's circus plane. So let me know in the chat or in the comments which kiddie coaster you prefer: Diz, Chippendale's Gadget Coaster, or Dat, the Barnstormer. And now it is time for a brand new segment on the show called My Humble Opinion. This segment is where I express my thoughts on what Disney has done or is doing or what they should be doing. So, let's talk Epcot. More specifically, let's talk World Showcase. So, we all know Epcot's World Showcase has 11 magnificent pavilions. And then there's the Yes, you should, my man. Yes, you should. As I was saying, World Showcase has 11 magnificent pavilions, and then there's the African in outpost. So when Epcot opened back in 1982, there were plans to build a full African pavilion. And it turns out they did build a full Africa pavilion at Animal Kingdom. So I think they should take out the African trading outpost out of Epcot and try to put a full pavilion in there of either Brazil or Australia. Those are my two picks. That's my humble opinion, and I'm sticking to it. All right, and now, so Disney has announced the inductees for this year's Disney Legends at this year's D23 Expo in August. Unfortunately, I did not make the cut once again. But among those who did make the cut are Harrison Ford, John Williams, who I'm surprised wasn't a Disney legend yet, Kelly Ripa, Miley Cyrus, of all people, and the genius behind Animal Kingdom, Joe Rohde. And Joe Rohde has announced that he is returning to Imagineering to teach a master class, which I think is great because the more Joe Rohde that we have at Disney Imagineering, the better. Because, like I said, he is responsible for Animal Kingdom. Not only that, he is responsible for like Alani in Hawaii. He is responsible for the Tokyo version of Tower of Terror, where he plays Harrison Hightower III. He, the genius behind Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout in California, and he is the Imagineer whose earring is the only thing bigger than his imagination. So, welcome back, Joe. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later. I'll make sure it gets to a future episode. For this week's shout-outs, make sure you guys check out my buddy Beth over at Beth's Disney Adventures. She did a live stream the other night streaming Luminous at Epcot, and she does amazing live streams during the week, and she will be doing a big stream on May the 5th, where she will be doing one of her magical moments streams, where she will give plush stormtroopers to lucky kids. Stay tuned to that. Also, he's been in the chat, my buddy Mikey Magic and Beyond, or as I like to call him, the artist formerly known as Mousepiration. He does awesome vlogs. He did a vlog the other day on the progress of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Definitely check him out. Also, make sure you guys check out Josh and Jenna over at Resort TV1. They do amazing live streams from the parks every single week. Check them out. Also, make sure you guys check out Ear to Ear Magic. He also does amazing live streams from the parks every single week. Check him out as well. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, Quaharini.